The courtroom buzzed with quiet tension as Maya Henderson took the stand. She adjusted the microphone calmly, her fingers trembling only slightly. She had spent the last 6 months preparing for this moment. Every sentence, every truth, every painful recollection. Across from her sat Lawrence Calloway, a wealthy businessman accused of orchestrating a massive fraud scheme that cost hundreds of working-class families their life savings. He looked smug, confident, untouchable in his expensive gray suit. To the jury, Maya appeared like just another witness, an employee turned whistleblower, a low-level analyst who had once worked in Calloway's firm before being fired for insubordination. The defense had already painted her as bitter, disgruntled, and vengeful. They thought her testimony would crumble under cross-examination. They had no idea what was coming. Maya took a deep breath and began. I was hired by Calloway Holdings in 2020 as a financial analyst. Within months, I started noticing irregularities in the investment reports. As she spoke, every word was measured and precise. She cited dates, figures, and internal memos, everything backed with documented proof. The defense tried to rattle her with objections and interruptions, but Maya remained composed, never flinching. Then she reached into her briefcase. I'd like to submit this sealed evidence packet, she said, handing it to the bailiff. The judge raised an eyebrow. What is this? Maya's voice remained steady. Evidence that was gathered independently outside of company records. The packet contains detailed logs of wire transfers, fake shell companies, and internal communications between Mr. Calloway and several offshore accounts. The courtroom murmured. The defense attorney stood up. Objection! Your Honor, we've never seen these documents. You haven't, Maya replied, because they were part of a separate investigation. What investigation? The judge asked sharply. That's when the doors opened. Everyone turned as three suited individuals entered the courtroom, badges flashing. Your Honor, one said, I'm Special Agent Ramirez with the FBI's White-Collar Crime Division. We are executing a federal warrant in coordination with the Department of Justice. Gasps echoed. The judge blinked. You're stepping into a live trial. Why? The agent turned to Maya and gave a nod of respect. Because this witness isn't just a former employee. She's been working undercover with us for the past 10 months. Everything she's presented has been vetted, authenticated, and collected under federal supervision. We are now taking Mr. Calloway into federal custody. Calloway stood red-faced. You can't be serious. This is a setup. Two agents approached him, cuffs in hand. You have the right to remain silent. The court erupted in stunned whispers. Jurors stared with wide eyes. The defense attorney sat down in defeat, his face pale. Maya exhaled slowly and stepped down from the stand. The judge tried to regain order, but the atmosphere had already shifted. This wasn't a state-level fraud case anymore. It was now a federal takedown. Outside the courthouse, reporters swarmed. Cameras flashed. Questions flew. Maya, is it true you were working for the FBI the whole time? She paused, looked directly into the lens of one camera and said, I wasn't just a whistleblower. I was doing my duty to protect those who couldn't protect themselves. By nightfall, the headline had swept across the nation. Whistleblower turns undercover agent. FBI shocks courtroom with surprise arrest of billionaire fraudster. And Maya Henderson, once dismissed as a bitter ex-employee, was now hailed as a hero of justice.